Questions to ask, right? I campaign with the confidence rising. I told WDF don't switch, good times are coming on ETIHAD diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch along, still the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South, they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
Big up everyone, good evening. Good evening. This is the Man City match reaction. And I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I don't know how we managed to draw that back, but we did. We managed to get a very crucial point at the ETIHAD. And there's just actual points to the game, which I think hopefully if we could take this on to other games, we'll be doing a lot better as a club. But anyway, JC, how's it going?
I'm good, man. I've had a good day yesterday. Watched some match today. Had some or maybe a lot of rum after. I would say that I nearly drunk myself into a coma last night. I did the same. I was feeling good. I think I was up till about 2:30 just drinking, man. I got halfway through the bottle of my ones.
Let me put this into perspective. That's how much Coke's left, and I bought the bottle fresh yesterday.
Mate, I don't even know where the rum is. Where it is. Where? In the bag, yeah?
The thing is, I normally buy the little small $11.99 or $10.99 one. I went a level up.
I'll say, yeah, this was mostly full yesterday, and now it's.
Oh my God!
I did when I was in Manchester yesterday. I did manage to find myself some Ray. So
yeah, I think I was saying on the watch along that at full time I said I'm sure Dan's gonna drink himself into a coma on the way home.
Speaking of Dan, obviously you were there at the ETIHAD. First things first, was you able to do like a vlog?
I'm not gonna lie, I was quite awake.
I knew it. We knew that anyway. We all knew there's no vlog. No vlog.
Literally, I think I got a video in the morning going there, and then
half an hour into the car ride, you're gone in it.
Oh no! I took the train up, and
half an hour into the train ride, you're gone.
And then I was like, yeah, and then I got to Manchester, and then I was just quite awake. I'm not gonna lie. And at half time, I just didn't want to say anything because I was just feeling peak. And then obviously at the to be fair, on the way back, I did do a video with Ali on the way back. So I can't remember how long these videos are, so it might be worth doing. It might not.
If you send them to me, then I'll see how tragic they are, and then we'll see if we put them out.
All right, so.
I'll see. Nate, how's it going, mate?
Oh boy! At one point, I was just thinking this is going to be a long afternoon, but then I saw it went to 2-1, and then obviously a last-minute penalty, and I'm there thinking, what do you know? A referee actually can make a decision that doesn't benefit a big team. If only that had happened a week beforehand. But look, a point away at Man City where we all thought it was going to be a slapping. You got to take it and run. I mean, don't ask me how we got a point because I don't think any of us can actually find out. But look, with the game on Thursday coming up now, we needed that. We needed something before the big one because, oh boy, I was just like, who set up this fixture list? Liverpool, City, them lot, and Chelsea. Like, what? I know we got to play everybody twice and that, but like,
spread it out a bit.
They don't want us having a happy Christmas. That's what it is. They want miserable Christmas settings for everyone. But I'm good, bro. I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, can't complain. And Tristan, obviously we've seen your match reaction on your channel. Make sure you go check that out, people. If you're saying that you not going to away games means we get points, stay at home, my brother. Stay at home.
Yeah, join us on the watch along, bro.
That's the biggest L for me this season. I'm sure you've seen my reaction to it. I mean, I wish I was there though. I didn't want to go. I was just like to myself, yeah, I just can't be asked. Like I've been to enough away games this season. Plus, it's only the second match I've missed this season, and that as well. That one and the Newcastle game, and I was happy I didn't go to Newcastle, but now I regret that I didn't go to City for God's sake. I've never been before, and the time that I don't go, they go and get a 2-2 draw, don't they? Typical Palace, man. You know what I mean? But look, it was a well-deserved point. You know, we showed fight, heart, passion, something we haven't seen for a long time. We probably could have even won it at the end. Had that pass from I don't even know, he was on the left hand side. He passed it in and then he went straight behind Elisa. I can't remember who passed it. I'm not going to lie to you. I've just seen some of the highlights. France,
it's
he's
my
got to
boy.
do better with his.
My boy.
He's got to do better with his end product there, or else we could have potentially nicked it. I've seen the highlights for that bit, you know.
I don't think the pass was bad. I just think Mateta and Elise both ran too far into the goal. One had to go in and one had to kind of hold. I think Elise just had to hold his run a little bit, you know. But they both went as is expected to go across the box. One should have gone across the box and one should have expected it to be dragged back. But those are just minute details. Right, let's get into this. All right. I've brought up some screenshots courtesy of obviously Match of the Day and whatnot. Because you know what, I think Shay Given gave a very, very good sort of analysis.
Have they got any watermarks on it, mate? If they do, we can't use them.
I think just the third one. I don't think anything else does, to be honest.
All right.
So let me just double check on my phone. Because I mean, with it saying watermark, it does say like Eagles something. You know, when they have a little yellow thing on the end. But let me see. Nope. Okay, just the last one. All right, that's fine. I won't use the third one. But I can make reference to it. So basically, this was pretty much our setup. And
it's 5-5.
Park the bus.
Literally. And look, granted, I know we're playing City. And hindsight's a wonderful thing. But when you look at the players that City have, I don't think there's really players that running behind. You know? So setting up like this kind of benefits the Grealishes, the Alvarez, the Ricolos who want to pick up the ball in tight spaces. You know, here's another example here. You know, we're just kind of filling up a little spot, and they're just passing it wide every time. I think they had about 3 or 4 chances created from those wide positions. You know, obviously I can't show the third one, but the third one basically just imagine that red box was up 10 yards, which was the difference in the second half after, unfortunately, we went down. But this final image shows this was before Schlupp's goal. Look at our starting position here. You know, now granted, I'm not saying that we should it's City. We're not saying, listen, we have to be playing like up the field. But the moment we pushed up, it was easier to get the likes of Mateta and Schlupp into the game because every time we cleared it, City were kicking up the ball on the halfway line. You know, this is. I'm going to throw this out to everyone. Irregardless of the opposition, do we need to be a little bit braver?
Much braver, yeah. More positive in that as well. Go for it a little bit, you know. I mean, tactically, it worked in that to some extent because, you know, we were frustrated City at times. Yes, I know we were 2-0 down and it could have been more. But, you know, as soon as we changed it around, we got ourselves back into the game. We had the momentum. City didn't, and we took advantage of that mainly in that as well. But I think starting games, like especially the home game against Brighton, we need to be more positive. I mean, I don't think Roy's going to park the bus against Brighton. He shouldn't do, you know, because I think we can match Brighton and they're beatable when they're there and that. But we got to be a bit more creative and we got to have a bit more going forward rather than just sitting back and parking the bus because, you know, that just encourages the oppositions to come onto you a lot more and cause you like more problems. And, you know, the deeper you defend, the more likely you are to lose the game and not get anything. So you've got to create more chances. I was looking at that first half. I didn't watch the game, but I've seen some of the highlights and that. In the first half, and all we did in the first half was having Elise free kick. Apart from that, we did nothing. It wasn't until we changed it up and pushed up a bit more in the second half then we were a lot more positive and we had more of a creative and, you know, we had a bit more charisma like going forward and that, which is what I liked especially in the second half, and that's why he got back into the game. So it's good that the players changed up, or Roy changed his tactics midway through the second half, especially being 2-0 down at the Etihad. So you got to credit him for that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. And I think the thing is as well, I think we do have the players to, well, clearly we've got the players to do that. We got strong runners of the ball. Like I say, I don't think we should necessarily sit back and that against other teams per se, but certainly I think hitting it in behind is something that we probably should try to do a bit more, because we got Schlupp. Schlupp's a strong runner. Eze's a strong runner. Elise's a strong runner. I think Francis is a pretty decent strong runner as well. Ahamada is another one who's a strong runner. We got strong runners in the team, and I think if we can do a bit more just to utilise that, just to emphasise that positive in the squad more, then I think that would be something that we should perhaps do.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, looking at like if we had actually done our homework, and I'm sure obviously JC and Dan definitely covered this in Tactical, but when you look at the games against Wolves, that's all Wolves did. They just knocked it in behind City and ran, you know. So that's why I was a bit surprised. And like I said, granted, this is City. We didn't want to go go, understandably. But I just felt we were about 5-10 yards a bit too deep.
Yeah, I agree. Massively.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think JC mentioned it in Tactical, is that like Ruben Diaz isn't very quick. So not knocking on that side. And in fact, I think it was on Schlupp's side that Ruben Diaz he managed to get him behind.
Well, yeah, Schlupp was the one that burned Diaz for the run.
Yeah, done him for pace.
And then I think one thing we can't take away is how good Mateta was in getting rid of Ake and just getting in front of him.
Yeah, 100%.
Mateta was class this game. Like everything that he done was just perfect. Really.
Yeah, showed a lot of strength. You know, that's what we're going to see more.
Like even for the build up to the second goal, he could have given that up when Bernardo Silva went out wide, but he chased him. Granted, there could have been a foul in there, but who cares? He muscled him off the ball, passed it inside. Ozo picked up the ball, drove straight into the box. Something that we don't really have many players that do, but some 18-year-old kid can do it. Gets dispossessed, but JP comes in and Foden just poleaxes him right at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just lots and lots and lots of positives to take from this game. But there's one part of the game that I'd love to talk about. It probably wouldn't have changed the game very much, but I feel like it needed to be talked about. So before I show you the real image, I'm going to show you what happened in the watch along, because there was a moment at halftime where I thought I'd be smart and I try and do like a on the fly tactical, but it just didn't work very well. So this is what it looked like at halftime. I was drawing dots and everything was going wrong. And I was trying to explain the red card, but it was just going all wrong. It was just bad. But this situation here.
Go back to your image.
Oh my God.
Brilliant.
Look at the two boxes.
Damn. That's a football pitch you buy from eBay.
This looks like Rich's little magnetic board. So yeah, basically this image is meant to
don't try to swerve it, my guy. That is a primary school drawing right there. Don't do that.
That's a part of primary school kids.
Guess what? I couldn't care less. But this.
How much rum are you have by that point?
Oh, lots. Here, this is a red card.
All day. He's absolutely taking him out. He's coming at full force. How on earth he's not been sent off is an absolute joke. It's a disgrace.
Big pause.
How? What happened there? Who are you pausing?
Tristan. He's coming in full force.
Oh,
hey, that's mad.
When I saw it at half time, I went on Twitter and saw it. It was all I saw was Palace fans absolutely slating the officials and everything, and the goalkeeper. And I saw it, and I was like, "How he hasn't been sent off? It's beyond me." I mean, if that was our goalkeeper, he would have sent him off. That's what I don't get. It's just ridiculous, man. I'm sick of the officiating in this league. And
Can I just say
like,
something?
A decision like that sums it up to keep him on the pitch. It was never yellow; it's a red.
I understand we're all saying it's a red card, but the only argument you could have to say it was a yellow was that Mateta's not through. He's not through on goal. He was moving away from goal. So look, letter of the law, it should have been a red. It should have been a red. Don't get me wrong. But they look at it and say, well, Mateta's not in an accurate goal scoring position because there's every opportunity Mateta puts it wide. So
no, but Nate, with that, the interpretation of the law is denying a goal scoring opportunity.
No, I know what the law says, but that's what
Mateta didn't knock it too far past Ederson. He could have still got a shot off.
I know that.
Yeah,
See, they're bending it now to suit them because it's Man City on the receiving end.
Okay, yeah.
You get me? Because they're saying, "Oh no, Mateta's not in a natural goal scoring position." Brother, if he chips Ederson and no defender gets near it, he scored. So letter of the law, it should have been a red card, but we know how it works. I mean, we saw last week at Selhurst Park.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong on
Liverpool put in a few niggly fouls that should have got yellow cards, but they got them after they'd won the game. So you're looking at that thinking, well, hold on. But look, it is what it is. But look. All I'm going to say with the red card is this: even if we had got the red card, we've seen it happen before. Sometimes red cards are our worst enemy. Teams go down to 10 men and they beat us.
True. Yeah.
So I'm still thinking, okay, yeah, in theory, we should beat City with 11 men because we did it before under Vieira. But we don't have Gallagher and we don't have Zaha now. And I'm not being funny, but if you're expecting Schlupp to do a Zaha, you'll be waiting a while. Do you know what I mean? And you look at the players we had on the pitch at the time that incident happened, it was hella defensive. And I'm thinking, I said, hang on a minute, are we fielding 8 defenders and just 3 forwards? Oh, leave me. I couldn't believe it. But I want to big up David Ozo. That kid was phenomenal.
Oh,
we're gonna get on.
I'm not trying to jump ahead or anything, but I just wanted to say big up to David Ozo and big up to all the players that put in a shift yesterday. They were all, to a man, brilliant.
I just wanted to say one last thing before we do move on to Ozo, because I think that's one of the most pivotal points in the game. There's a lot of talk about covering defenders. Diaz and whoever it was, I don't know, they weren't getting. Mateta's getting a shot. He's getting a shot.
Yeah, exactly. So,
not on target. He's getting a shot off. Let's just leave it as that. On target, off target, we don't know. But
it's a goal scoring opportunity. Just with it being Mateta, it's either going to go in or go wide or go and hit some old granny in Manchester City Centre.
You know what VAR did? They did, instead of they do like check club badge, they did check player name. Saw Mateta was like, he ain't scoring. yellow card.
No. Checking hairline. I feel sorry. So you're not getting.
Checking hairline. Oh, looks like a thumb. Yeah, that's not in. That's not a goal.
Right. I must say, listen, we don't wish injury upon any player, right?
But
I tell you what,
The second Ward got injured. Yeah.
Ward getting injured was a blessing in disguise for our club. I hope he recovers well, whether it's a hamstring or not. Take it easy. Take 3 weeks, Julie. Take 3 weeks. Because David Ozo was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, against City, I mean, if you're playing like that against Manchester City, for Christ's sake, I mean, what's stopping Roy from keeping him out the side against Brian? What's he got to do to get in that first team? The guy's class. He covers a lot of ground.
Hughes is back.
The thing is with Hughes is that he was meant to play, wasn't he? Hughes was unwell.
Yeah, he was unwell.
So Hughes was meant to play.
Yeah.
So if anything, the sub would have been Hughes for Gyro, and we wouldn't have seen Ozo whatsoever.
No, 100%. I mean, I felt I was saying this before the thing, but I think for a youth player to his age as well, 18 years old. Let's not forget that he's and also not long turned 18 either. He didn't look out of place. That's the thing. He could have come on and looked a bit kind of like shaky, but we would have allowed him a little bit because he's a youth player. But honestly, he didn't look out of place at all. And there were some very key battles that he won in that game as well. Like, for example, on the build-up to our second goal, he won it in midfield, which then, I can't remember exactly, but then the pass found its way through to França, and then he crossed it, went to Mateta. Ozo then made up that ground, got involved, and then it ended up being a loose ball where then Mateta won the penalty. So, you know, I think for him to do that against City as well at their place, I think fair play. Fair play.
Yeah, honestly, I generally think, yeah, if Roy decides to send him back to the 21s, it will be a travesty, especially with the Corey being out for the season.
It will annoy me, mate.
I think Powell needs to say, Roy, we don't need him. We'll work it out on our end. Keep David there. Because I honestly, at this rate, I think he should start every game.
I do. He's starting the mustard against City. He'll do it against Brighton and then won't he? Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got faith in him. Man.
Certainly.
He's got hunger, desire, man.
Based on that game.
He's a young player, man. Yeah. Massively.
Well, yeah, he's been with us since he was 7, so he clearly understands the rivalry there. So he'll actually put in a shift. And unfortunately, I feel like we're missing every player that actually knows what this fixture means to all the Palace fans. And if anything, it'll be a breath of fresh air having him in that team because, you know, now that Zaha's gone, there's nothing really riding on this game anymore for both teams. So we need someone to put that extra bit of spice into this game. And because he's been around for so long, he probably is that guy.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
If you guys want to feel old, right? He was born in May 2005.
Cheers, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
He simbinned himself.
I know. No, do you know what's even mad about that, Dan? He wasn't even alive when Andy Johnson bagged 21 goals in 04-05. That's how mad that is.
That's a very good point.
Well, I know that Dan's claim to fame is he taught him geography, I believe.
I knew that once. where I did my teacher training at Riddlesdown.
No, fair.
Yeah.
Let's go through a few comments before we then discuss Mateus Franco.
Chairman here says, big up everyone, big up Dan for making the trip. What's happening from Tim saying, what's happening, guys? Brilliant result, feeling good. I'm sure that this is just people that are viewing the stream on Twitter because I think I've sussed it now, or they've liked it. UK Pat is back again. Big up yourself. Big up the GOAT, CEO of Charity Professional Football Club Movement, Rich T, Passion FC, and Dan the Man. Big up everyone. JC putting out the captain Sparrow. Where's all my rum gone? Big up all you guys on Twitter.
Yeah,
big up. What's up? Jesper, quick rating from you lads regarding Ozo and France. We'll get to player ratings
right now.
Don't you worry. Great game yesterday. Proud to be a Palace fan, as always. All you guys, França and Ozo playing. Yeah, we're going to get to França in a second.
I think JC, he means about playing on Thursday. That's what his comment's about, because I'm thinking he's saying if they play, he's going to be nervous because they're not as experienced. But I'm like, no, throw them in. Come on.
Definitely more people on Twitter. People having conversations in the chat. Going through here. Very quick. Jesper's trying to be funny by saying NTB Flats was probably the comment of the stream so far with an extra sketch. Tim's agreeing with you, Nate. Thanks, Dan. Come from Luke or John Cena.
We got John Cena.
And Tim also saying ouch. So, yeah. I don't know. To be fair, even you saying that makes me feel old.
It's crazy. We're going to do player ratings in a minute, but let's discuss Mateus Franco because he's had 3 cameo appearances, 2 of which I think went really well. The only one, the Spurs one, wasn't great, but he could have nicked an equalizer for us. But for him to be saying, he looked at Kyle Walker and said, "Big man, I don't care who you are. I am running past you."
No, bro.
He didn't do it
He
once.
was ready for him. He was like,
did it twice.
Bring it.
I think it was a very, very good cameo for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pleased with
Rich,
what I saw in the
he was
highlights.
here today and gone tomorrow. Walker didn't know which way to look. He was like, "Where'd he go? He was just here a minute ago. Where's he gone?" He got cooked. It was just wonderful to see, and that's everyone scratching their head, going, "This is what we've been keeping from starting games and playing." I get he wasn't fully fit when he first joined, so that is fair enough. But once he was fully fit, we're all thinking, we're still playing Schlupp at left wing, Edward at left wing. We're playing every other man on the pitch but him at left wing.
Yeah.
Apart from Malcolm and Raksaki. I know Raksaki's injured. Yes, you don't want to look too much into what he did to Kyle Walker and say, oh, he's the next this, that, the other. No, I'm not saying that. But my God, if we can see a bit more of him, we might be onto something. But I'm not going to lie. França, he was brilliant for the time he was on the pitch. Look at Dan looking like a proud dad.
Go on, Dan. Go on, Dan. Go on.
Wait. I have to wait.
Oh, he's got his Flamengo shot on, I bet.
Oh,
there we go.
It's coming out. I'm also just warm as well, just in case. No, I thought he was excellent. I mean, like, yeah, he ruined Walker, and also I thought he probably should have got a foul out of that bit as well. He also, I watched the last sort of 15-20 minutes back on the thing, mainly because I couldn't remember half of it. But yeah. But and also like he did a nice ping as well across the pitch, and then he put in a nice cross. Well, a good cross from Mateo is what led to the penalty. Honestly, I'm glad that he's coming a bit with his style of play. So I realised what I said then, so I had to try and cover it. I think the thing is, partially like he wasn't fit. Like obviously he was injured. Also as well, I think people very underestimate the physicality of the Premier League, and I think he just needed to adapt to it a little bit. And I mean, he only turned 19, I think 6 months ago, something like that. And I thought he was excellent, to be honest.
Yeah, he was good. He was very, very positive when he came on, which I was happy about.
Yeah.
Now, when admin sent out the clip of Elise's penalty, and Elise and Ebbs are talking, and he comes over as if he knows what's going on.
Francis just sort of standing around like he understands anything, and he's like, "Yeah."
It's like, yeah, these are talking in.
Yeah,
it's not like it's just talking English. They're probably talking like in proper street code as well.
Yeah.
Like, the
thing is,
this guy.
the thing is, Francis is there smiling, but I bet you he's smiling because he's like, yeah, I don't know what you're saying.
What are they even saying?
It made for a good picture though. For the gram, it was good, but for every other
yes.
reason, he had no idea. But you know, it's something to look forward to in the future to see those three playing on the same pitch together.
100%.
And
I have to say, I feel like it's very people. I don't think people realize I've played football with people who like don't speak English, and I don't speak enough Portuguese, and it's so hard. I can't stress how difficult it is to like communicate and play football when like you don't know the language either. Yeah, but yeah.
Then, to be fair, half the time you're not even sober, so I don't think you understand anything anyway.
I'm not that bad.
Yeah. We have a clip that proves otherwise, Dan.
Let's.
That video I'll never not make.
Legendary video.
It always reminds me of like you know when you're watching a film and like the audio is like 2 seconds behind or something.
Yeah,
that's what it reminds me of.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even you in McDonald's just doing a madness with the machines.
Yeah, bro had no idea what was happening.
Man was trying to fight the machine, bruv. What the fuck's my order? I was like, oh, whoa, wait.
You should have seen him trying to eat in the car. That was funny. Because I'll turn the corner. He's like, no.
Good times visit by Uncle Ray.
Yeah.
Hey, end of season party is going to be even funnier this year, so it's all good.
Crazy. And Tristan, you looking to kick ball again in the season?
At some point, yeah, at some point, definitely.
Wicked. Let's get the player ratings out of the way.
Cool.
Mateta.
Oh, good.
He's got his own
Do we
character.
still put him in his own tier?
You know what I think we should do today?
Oh, good.
Should we?
There we
I was
go.
thinking that as well, to be fair.
I rate that.
Oh, good.
So we'll start with Mr. Dean Henderson, and I'm putting him at number 9.
Yep.
Definitely.
Agreed.
Yeah, great saves.
Yeah.
Great saves.
Top save, kept us
That's
in the game.
Premier League debut with the club.
Yeah.
£20 million ain't looking too bad right now, is it?
For once,
I'll be honest,
he got
yeah.
a little bit of an injury in Manchester. He managed to see out the game, so that's a positive.
Also, another thing, another year we are unbeaten in Manchester.
Yep.
Oh,
Manchester is red and blue.
4 points.
No,
taken
I mean, it
from
is.
both sides of Manchester.
4 points, 3 goals, yippee.
Roy Hodgson is
Oh,
only
good.
lost once in a full season in Manchester for Palace.
That was his first season.
Innit? Yeah.
No, not including the first season. So I think we lost 4-0 to City one time. But but besides that,
Rich, the returnee in Tyreek Mitchell.
Yeah, solid game, really. He had a tough time with Bernardo Silva, though. Like, Silva's cold.
Baller.
I'll give him a 7.
Cool. Dan, I'll give you Mark.
I thought he was excellent. I thought the balls in behind were really good.
Pause.
Oh my god, that's two in about 5
My
minutes.
lord.
Hey, yo, Dan's best bits are just going to be major clips of this, mate. Bro, what is going on? He must have.
Oh, good.
How much rain did he have?
I think it's still in his system.
It
I
must
wouldn't
be.
surprise me at this
This is
rate.
wild.
Yo.
Dad, just give a number. No explanation.
I'll give him 8.
We got there eventually. Tristan, I'll give you Anderson.
Anderson, I'll give a solid 7. Solid 7. Yeah, he had a good game by the sounds of it. Even though I weren't there, but yeah.
Even though he wasn't on the pitch for very long, Nate, I'll give you Joe Ward.
Well, like we
Can
said,
we get him a 10 for come off the pitch?
Look, we don't wish injury on players,
yes.
but Wardy going off, as we said earlier, was a blessing. 5. You can't really any higher than a 5, and I'm smoking bud, so it has to be 5.
Yeah. Nathaniel Klein is the next one, if I can find him. I think he had
decent, you know.
I think he had a good
good game.
You know what? He actually played really well.
Yeah, a right back or right wing back when we was at a 5 back. I think he was bombing forwards nice as well. And to be fair, apart from him playing Grealish on side, I think he had Grealish near enough locked down, you know.
Yeah,
Shades
and that
of,
offside was very. I mean, 2 different angles showed 2 different things.
Well, in my opinion, I thought that they drew the line from his hand. I don't know if you guys saw the same thing, but I think if you drew it from his back, where they should have drawn it from, I think it was level. But then if you drew it from hand, then he was definitely on, and I think they drew it from his hand. But if you looked at it from the other side, he looks well off. You know,
The Premier League's corrupt, innit? What do you expect? You know what I mean? Good.
I was the man that played 2 positions in
the Prem.
Struggled obviously initially. When he went more into central defensive, he was a lot more comfortable. But he was better than Ward, so I'll give him a 6.
Nate, I'll give you Gyro.
Mr. Anonymous, I mean, he didn't really do an awful lot. So, same with Ward, 5. I mean, again, if I say any higher than a 5, I'm definitely under investigation.
He's on fraud watch.
Facts.
Tristan, I'll give you Jeff Schlupp.
Yeah, Jeff Schlupp, I'll give him a solid 7. Yeah, he worked his ass off. He put the first goal in that as well, getting us back into the game, the run, the hold-up play, and his ability and strength. He literally just outdid Diaz quick, you know what I mean, and laid the ball to Mateta to score the goal. So, yeah, good game for Jeffrey Schlupp, who's not been that bad in the last couple, especially against the likes of City and Liverpool. So, you've got to give him credit when it's due.
Definitely. I'll take JP, and he's going straight into the Mateta tier.
We all know.
And I tell you what, for a guy that is useless at football, my God, has he got some memorable moments at Palace?
No,
seriously. And
It's,
today, like, you know, a goal. You could say he got the assist because he won the penalty.
Yeah.
True.
true.
So what? Two goals and an assist in 2 games, and those are against City and Liverpool, probably the 2 best teams in the country right now.
Yeah.
I even saw the FPL Twitter thing saying, "Oh, if you want a cheap goal scorer, get Mateta." I'm thinking, yo, something's definitely wrong here.
Absolutely not.
But finishing out the starting 11, Michael Elise, Rich.
He's cold as ice, man. He was literally our main attacking outlet as well, you know. And when he eventually got a little bit more help, you saw, and we got up further up the field, you saw how good he was. But he did his bit defensively. 8 or 9. Go 9 because it's ice cold penalty.
Yeah, I was going to give him a 9 because he actually
composure.
celebrated. That bro never celebrates,
Yeah,
but he
I know,
bloody gave it some, didn't he?
But the composure of that penalty, I mean, bloody hell. Yeah. When you're 2-0 down, I mean, that was unbelievable. What a moment.
I'll say this.
To do that.
I want to put him in 10 because of the reaction of City fans when he scored the pen on their watch-alongs. It was just beautiful. Just beautiful. Rich, I know you've seen some of the clips, but some of them are just...
I've watched all of them.
Also, Rich, we're going to have to update this because David Ozo isn't here.
Oh, snap.
So you know what we're going to do instead? We're going to put Remy Matthews where David Ozo goes.
No, I feel that would be a violation today. Let's just mention it.
Nah, words.
David Ozo is going in the Mateta tier for me.
I think so as well, yeah. He was phenomenal.
Yeah.
He was.
That guy's crazy, man, honestly.
Cope was Cope, ain't no joke. How many times have we said we want to see more youngsters come through?
Was he 18, 19 to play
18.
From
18,
35 minutes onwards against the best team in the world and not look out of place and actually dictate the game at some points? Like he was dictating passing movements, patterns of play. He was in amongst it. He didn't look out of place. I think that this guy's got a bright future, and he really showed that Roy needs to just be playing this kid from now on, because if you
100%.
don't, we're going to be missing out.
100%.
Rich, I'll take you with Ahamada.
He didn't do too bad, actually.
Yeah, when he came on, he was good, didn't he?
Yeah, I'll put him in the 7 category as well. You know, it's just a lot more dynamic than what we had previously. So, yeah, he did well.
Dan, Mateus França.
Well, you know where I'm going to put him.
Yeah, he's going right there.
Is it a question? He's in a 10.
I'll give him a 9 or an 8, to be honest.
Sorry.
No, that's a sin bin. As good as he was, like this ain't.
No, I think an 8's fair, to be honest. I think an 8's fair.
Okay, there we go. That's better.
Okay, all right. And
I'll accept it.
Finally, Nate, I'll give you the person that BBC says was man of the match, Eze.
Wait, what?
What? And I was like, wait, what?
No way.
What?
No way. What?
No.
Really?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got the
No
highest
way.
rating out of all the Palace
Sorry,
players.
JC alone.
I've got to Google
No,
this.
JC alone. You're lying.
No
You're
Yeah,
way.
lying, mate. He's trolling. He's trolling, man.
No,
There's no way they
BBC
gave it to
genuinely
Eze.
gave Eze an
No.
8.4 or something like that.
Yeah, it was like
No.
8.4 or something like that.
Oh
I'm gonna
my
put him in
God.
6 because he wasn't worse than Gyro Ward, but he's not any higher than a 6.
He weren't on the pitch for long enough.
Yeah, it was good.
No, but you
yeah.
see what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. On his day, Eze can be that guy, but nah, like I don't. Maybe they were
Oh
smoking
my-
some substances in the BBC when they were doing those player ratings.
Eze!
Mad.
I think Dan's just
my.
seen it.
Oh
Have you?
my
That's
god!
ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's
currently on
bad.
8.
That is bad.
Player
Can I
of
say
the
something?
match,
No, hold on. I've got to
8.13.
say something. Hold on. No disrespect to Eze, yeah, but the BBC, they don't know any, like the sports presenters on Match of the Day, like Gary Lineker, Ian Wright, Shearer, whoever else is on there. They don't care about Palace. They don't know anything about Palace, man. They don't know anything. It's all about the big teams, man. And I just find it a bit disrespectful. The fact they're giving Eze, a guy who came on at the last minute, they gave him man of the match. And you got players like Ozo who were superb during that game since the 35th minute when they came on. Elise, Mateta, Schlupp. And you're going to give it to Eze, no disrespect to Eze. Yeah, he's a good player. But, I mean, come on. I mean, they don't care. It's ridiculous. And it has rattled me because they just don't give a crap about Palace. It disappoints when you got ex-Palace players like Ian Wright on there, in the past and that. You don't say anything. You don't take notice, of how good we can be sometimes.
The BBC was trying to give that to either
Exactly.
Ozo or Mateta. Like,
But they just saw black
It's like they got a
Dread.
block on
They
us.
saw
When-
black
It's like they got a
Yes.
grudge on us.
Yeah.
It's like they got a grudge on us. the
Yeah.
BBC.
It's like-
Match of the day. It's like they got a grudge on us, man. Honestly, I generally think they do. I mean, most of the time they leave us till last, and they'll just say 2 words about us in matches. Obviously, not this time, but it's ridiculous, man.
Isn't
Sorry,
this
but,
one that's rated by fans though? I'm sure that's the one that's rated by fans. That's not
I
like
don't know, but just
I
seeing
don't know,
Eze
man.
get the highest rating, I was like,
mental.
what are they
because
smoking?
I would just find it
That's
really
mental,
mad if like there's some Don just giving Eze an 8.13 rating, or at least say 7.79. It just seems to. I think it's like. I think it's people rating it.
No, I think it's a certain substance that I won't say on air, but yeah, we move.
right, before we open up the phone lines for people to come in and have their say, let's build our starting 11 for Thursday. Because this may have differences of opinions.
Can't wait.
All right, good. I see.
Okay, well, first things
Good.
first is what formation do we play?
I think 6-4.
What?
Now we got to go back to 4-3-3.
Oh.
8 at the back.
Mm.
8 at the back, 8 at the back, 8 at the back.
Oh, man, I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
lie
God.
to you. I don't think the 5 at the back was that bad.
No.
Yeah, see that's the thing. I actually quite
Thing is,
like
as
I
when
well-
don't know.
when
Thing is,
Richards
as well-
dropped in there. I don't know.
Boys, just quickly, Matoma is suspended for Thursday, apparently.
He's been
Is he?
shit. He's been
Come
shit
on, man.
this season, though.
Yeah, he hasn't been great though.
Oh yeah, he got booked,
Oh,
didn't he?
brilliant.
I thought.
And then,
I know, but look, all I'm saying is, trust me,
Made my
the
day.
player that's been dead for weeks and weeks and weeks.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah,
Come on, boys.
That's a
You know
good
what I
point.
mean? Thinking caps on here.
and I believe Veltman's injured as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he came off injured earlier.
they've got
Well,
a
I
couple of
presume he
players
is anyway.
that are meant to be suspended. I'll have a look and get back to you.
Well, because Lewis
It's
Dunk,
not-
if he had got on booked today, no, yeah, it was
Man.
yeah. If Dunk got
I
booked,
can't
he
stand
wouldn't have
that guy.
played
I'm
either.
sorry. I hate Lewis Dunk. He's a scumbag.
No, he is. Yeah, he's a lot
Well,
of things.
Nate, you would have loved it today. He blocked a shot and it went straight in his nuts.
I don't think I'd like that. You're
Oh,
confusing me
good.
with Nicky, Dan. Don't
No,
do that.
but
Confuse me with Nicky.
he was in pain.
Yeah, still, just don't confuse me with Nicky. I'm not into them sort of things there, my guy. That's a bit mad that you said that. But
Hey,
no worries.
Nate, what are you insinuating here? Like,
That's
what's-
wild.
All I was saying was that he
It's the
took.
way he worded it. Whoa. That's the way he worded it.
What's
I didn't
Nicky
say
doing
it.
in his spare time? I have to give him a little message on the group chat. You're big man. What's happening?
All I'm saying was
Well, hang
that
on.
he received some pain to the groin area, and I feel like because he was in pain, you would have enjoyed that.
No, that's cool. But look, I remember Nicky sent a little shot at me a while back. So, you know what I'm saying? There's payback settings. We'll just let that float in the air a bit.
Yeah, these brothers indirecting people when each other aren't there is crazy. I can't lie to you. Anyway,
Well, I told
what formation are we doing, man? We've gone left again.
It always
Do
goes
four.
left on
Have
this
do
panel.
4-3-3.
All right. Henderson's going in goal if he's fit again, obviously.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mitchell.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the back four picks itself because it'll be Klein at right back, right?
yeah.
I hope so.
Does this now mean that Richards gets dropped?
See, that's the thing.
He didn't play that well yesterday, in my opinion.
This is why I would have gone with a 5-back again.
Yeah,
I don't know.
to be
Against
honest with
a
you,
Brighton side that's not been. I mean,
They've been rubbish.
decent, but they've not been as good as
They've
they
been
usually. They were in the
I
past.
would
Yeah.
say
they got
that
they got one
this
shot on
backline-
target today.
This backline has been pretty atrocious of the last couple games, and I think the second you put Richards in there again, it shored it up a bit more.
Yeah, maybe we should go with a back three.
I'm gonna throw it out there. It would be like it's like a back five, but in possession, it can all I'm saying is that like Richards can be the DM or a third centre back is what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, who else are we going to put in DM?
Because Lerma won't be back, would he?
Don't think so.
Where are we going to
He
play?
could be.
According to the Premier one, he's got no return date. He's got 25% on his thing. So
I doubt it.
Eddie's ruled out.
Is he?
Oh no,
Damn.
there's no. The only people who got return dates is Jordan Ayew. Obviously, he's just got suspended.
So
Yeah, true.
let's put Richards, Ozo, and Ebbs.
Yeah.
That's the free outtake for now. I just know Hughes and Schlupp are going to find their way.
I don't want Hughes playing, man. He's not. I don't rate him. I pick Ozo over Schlupp. Ozo's going to be more up for it. He knows what this game means to all Palace fans. He's been in the academy since he was 7, like Ilot was saying. Got to get Ozo in there.
Yeah.
In my opinion, someone's hungry in that. There's a bit of desire.
This should be Ayew, yeah. But I guarantee it's going to be Schlupp
It'll
for
be
Ozo.
Schlupp.
I guarantee.
Oh, for Ozo.
To be honest, I'm not that against Schlupp playing in this game. If he does like what he did like yesterday, where he's like running onto balls in behind, because I feel like Brighton aren't very good in transition. I feel like if you get them on a transition, they're really not. I mean, they haven't kept a clean sheet since like last May or something mental like that.
But
Yeah,
this
it was
is
May,
why I
like
think
this year.
Richards. This is why I think Richards will be dropped. They may end up being Schlupp and Ozo as the pivot.
I want a
Or
bit
maybe
of
or a flat
field,
three.
in my opinion, to track back on that. I know Ozo and Richards give you that. Hughes is a bit too slow to be a bit sloppy.
Yeah.
He can lose his concentration against this man, like we saw against the Everton game. He gave the attacker who scored the third goal, Drissagana Gale, the player who scored whatever, too much room, too much time. If that's Richards or even Ozo, I think they're in there closing him down. They're quick, in my opinion. You know, what about Amada as well? Do you think he'd start as well? Someone's mentioned in the comments.
Right is not starting him.
I don't
I
think
don't think so.
I don't think so. If that answers your question, Celeb G. Honestly, I mean, it's
You know, I think the fan base will riot if Ozo doesn't start. You know.
Yeah, no, I think they will. He's got to start, man. I mean, what's he got to do to get in a team when you play that well against City? You know what I mean?
Simply,
For how long? For as
he
long as he
doesn't
did.
start, Palace Twitter will go into full-blown meltdown. And
Oh,
I
they
mean
will. They
full-blown Fulham at home last season meltdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
Definitely,
Dan, are you
mate.
saying go to something like this when defending potentially?
That's not bad, you know. I like that.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
Not bad.
potentially, yeah.
Yeah, I rate that. You know, you can play him as well.
So when defending,
Although, if I'm to be honest, this might be controversial, but if we were to do that, I'd rather have Schlupp there rather than Ayew.
yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
sure.
And
Or
I know his width. I know his width is terrible, Schlupp's. But if Mitchell's getting really far ahead, then I don't know. Maybe it's not such a bad thing.
Yeah, I generally think Richards is going to be dropped.
Oh yeah,
It's
like
surprising.
100%. This isn't like what I expect Roy to do. Like I expect Roy to do something dead. But
Oh, if we do you want to try and make this 11 as if Roy was making it?
well, come on, put Hughes in there.
Hughes is going to be in there.
Hughes, Schlupp.
Hughes is there. I don't even know, man. I reckon
He'll
he
be-
won't start Eze.
Richards for Schlupp.
No, he will start as a. He will definitely start as. He's wanted to
Yeah,
start as a.
Ebbs will start.
It'll be Schlupp, Hughes, and Eze, the midfield three.
We've got 38 people watching live. If you're watching on YouTube, drop us a like. If you're watching on Twitter, also drop us a like. It goes a long way.
Yeah, thanks guys, appreciate it.
100%, man.
Love.
Yeah,
Oh,
this will be our 11.
Oh,
that is so
That makes
immobile.
my eyes hurt.
Oh,
I don't like four, man. When we play with a back four against teams like Brighton and that, we're up there in the top 10. We're atrocious.
We're getting swiped when
Yeah.
we play like this. Oh,
Back,
Yeah.
back three, man. A back three, back five, whatever you want to call it, man. We're more condensed, we're more solid.
just part of the bus settings. There's
Man,
no shame going back to
Brighton,
Allardyce.
to be fair.
Man of the match, Will Hughes.
Captain. Who's a captain?
Will Hines.
Yeah,
Will
he's
Hines.
a captain as well.
Oh, my
Goals.
Fantastic.
7 goals from JP.
Hey.
God. Oh, good.
Yeah, because as it stands right now, what I've got injury wise is Sheck, Saki, Holding, Johnston,
Jeez, I
Eddie,
can't wait
Lerma, and
just
Ward.
to be back as well.
Also, remember,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Jez is back till February.
also remember,
February.
we played
That's what this has
like
got
that
on,
against
yeah.
Man City
Damn.
with all these injuries. And remember, we've still got about £200 million worth of talent to still come back into this team.
You're not wrong. Big time.
Decore, Lerma, Edward, all to come back
Yeah.
still.
I bet I'll be back after Christmas.
Ratsaki.
Ratsaki and that, yeah. And Lerma and Eze.
Best
Eze
defender
as
of them
well.
all, Rob Holding. Said no
Oh.
one ever.
I forgot he was a Palace man.
You
Everyone
know
did.
what? I think we have to give Roy some credit here for actually putting Ozo on the pitch and moving Richards, because he very well could have just done a straight swap for Tompkins, and I'm very happy that didn't happen, because that could
Yeah,
have been a very
true.
big possibility.
That
But
would have
Roy
killed us.
actually,
Grateful.
but Roy actually done
Yes.
something forward thinking rather than just going, we'll just replace him with Tompkins, because we would have
No.
fallen apart if he came on the pitch.
If he'd done that, it would have killed us. We all know that.
Yeah.
So fair play to Roy.
Yeah.
I really hope it doesn't revert back to type today for the next game. And also, just watching Brighton against Arsenal, if Milner's playing left back again, Saka
Who's
gave him a
rinsed.
horrid time.
Oh,
So we've just
please.
to like, I know we don't like being
Please,
one-sided,
please.
but it's just like give the ball to Elise.
Elise
Yeah.
Milner.
They
Oh,
will rip
that's
him.
gonna
He
be
will
that's
rip
gonna
the
be
PJ
horrible.
card,
Yeah.
honestly.
100%. 1v1.
Yeah,
Mm.
and we've got to make a decision, because Brighton, no
Yeah.
matter what any other team's doing, they're going to play out from the back. The amount of times they lost the ball in like within their own third
Yeah.
was crazy. So, but I know we're not the best
Definitely.
at pressing, so we've got a decision to make. Do we press and try and nick it high, or do we sit back? Because that's going to be a decision we have to make.
Ideally, we don't want to sit back on this game, because bear in mind, emotions in the ground are going to be rocket high, because it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
big one. Yeah.
100%, yeah.
If it was any other team in the league, you'd get away with sitting back. But this is the big one. This is the one that, even though they're miles ahead of us in terms of where they are
Yeah.
and how they've recruited and everything, we're still
Yeah.
thinking, look, doesn't matter how good they are, how crap we are. The
Yeah,
one game a year we ask you not to lose.
exactly.
Win or draw,
Yeah.
we'll take it. Because we can't be picky here, even though we're spoiled. Just don't lose this game. Any other game in the league, we can write it down to it's one of them. We just move on. But losing to these lot, nah, sorry. Because I've seen Tristan's reactions when things don't go right, and I don't want to see that man go nuclear when we lose to Brighton. It's going to be peak.
Mate, I will. And like I said in my match reaction, Thursday's game will decide whether I want Roy to stay or I want him out. Because this is a must-win game. But
I'm
like
sa-
I said,
I'm-
I'll
look,
save
I'm
that.
saying
I'll
no,
save
yeah.
that for the game Thursday. I'll save that.
I'm
for the
saying now,
Thursday,
just
mate.
keep him in till the summer, even though it's going to be painful. and then
Oh, God.
it's a fresh chapter at the end of the season. That's the only thing we have to do.
Hopefully.
So I've put the link in the chat. So if you guys want to join in, you can. We've got our first guest here is Man Like Tim.
Big up, Tim.
Big up, guys.
How's it going?
What up, Tim?
It's going well. That was very good. That was a brilliant result yesterday. I got some stats for you guys. Just a quick one. Do you know, same time last year, what the goal differential was, how many goals we had, how many goals we'd given up? So far this season, scored 17, conceded 25, -8. Do you know where we were last year, 17 games in? Same time last season.
Probably conceded about the same and scored 1.
Same numbers, Dan. 17 and
Really?
25.
Wow.
17 and 25. The difference is the points. Do you know the difference in the points from last year at this time?
I think we've more points this season than last season.
Yeah.
No, we had 22. We had 22 last season, so we're 5 short of where we were last season. The form was different.
Oh my gosh! Imagine if we backed Vieira in January.
So here's the interesting thing. Why it felt so terrible this same period last season is because we'd come off a 9-man drubbing on Fulham two games prior, and the game that just ended, game 17, was that 4-0 beatdown that Tottenham laid on us. And then after that, we just were never the same. Vieira stopped trying to go for it. We went into our shell, and that was the beginning of the end of the Vieira era.
Yeah,
So
Tim, just quickly, you know the referee for the Liverpool game, he was the referee for that Fulham game. So if you ever want to hate that guy, trust me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, no, I'm feeling really good about, I'm not going to say our form, but I am going to say the potential for our form to turn, because.
And the attitude as well, to be fair.
I mean, it looks different. It looks better. And I think, remind me if I have this right, Rich, what you said yesterday on the back of the Nest reaction. Like, we have a real opportunity for Brighton, and you just said they're going to be open. If we are willing to go over the top, send in runners, you just named James Milner. Great. Let's go over the top. Let's try to get runners in behind and make that guy run, because he doesn't want to. I can promise he doesn't want to. Yeah. So, yeah, I fully agree. I'm not of this is the game we have to win, even though I want to win this one badly. But this is the one where you punch him in the face. Like, this is the one. This is the game. This is the game. I mean, it's the biggest home match of the season.
Yep.
Make or break.
This is it. You know, you put out the best 11 you possibly can. Every tackle is a hard tackle. It's the rivalry match. This is it. So yeah, I feel a lot better about going in. I would have felt a lot worse if that first half had continued and we'd gotten just boat raced out 2-0. I would have felt a lot worse going into Thursday.
No, absolutely. And another thing I mentioned, obviously, like in the last 2 games, we've been brave. It's just a shame we hadn't been brave for Forest and Fulham and Bournemouth and Everton. We weren't brave in those games. The games that we're not expecting anything, we've been brave. Like, I just don't want us to just turn up for the teams that we're like, oh, actually, we're not expecting anything from this game. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah,
right.
12 points away from home, 5 at home. 5 home points is shocking.
Yeah.
Embarrassing, man. Shambles. Disastrous.
It's so bad. Listen, 12 away from home is brilliant.
Yeah.
It's really good. You know, but if we had tightened up our home form, we could be like where West Ham are right now. But
yeah,
it's something we need to work on.
Definitely.
Yeah. Any changes to that player ratings for yourself?
No, I think the only one that disappoints me, even though I agree with it, is Richards. And the reason I'm with you guys, I want Ozo to play because I think Richards has the quality to be a defensive midfielder or a center back. So if we played him as the deep lying defensive midfielder, if we don't have Lerma back, I play him above Hughes. He's not a progressive passer. He passes back or side to side. He just hasn't learned that yet. It's not his thing. He's not great at that. He's got a lot of learning to do it in that area. So I don't want him where we have to rely on him to link up play to the front three because he ain't going to do it. He's just not good at it. But if he plays in that deep lying role and then you play Ozo and you play Ebbs, those two, I'm all right with that. And I also like it when Gay and Anderson get forward and then let Richards drop back. Let him drop into his role. He's got pace. Yeah. He's big. I mean, he can handle Ferguson. If Ferguson comes running into the box, big Irish kid. I like him in a solid defensive role that gives a little bit more freedom to Anderson and Gay. So but I don't have strong disagreement with those player ratings. Richards is just he's not going to get quality ratings when he's playing out of position. He's a center back, and he doesn't know how to progress the ball yet. I have hope that he can do it, but he needs somebody to really work with him to add that to his arsenal. He doesn't have that yet.
Yeah, I mean, like we mentioned earlier, the moment obviously Ward went off, Ozo comes into the midfield, Richards goes back to his natural centre-back position, and the passes
everything's better. Everything's better.
He was making forward, like he was fizzing them forward.
Yeah,
he just looked happy again.
I mean, that was so much. I got into against my better judgment, but so I got into it in the politest way I possibly could with a City fan yesterday about the second goal and just the JC, you mentioned it earlier about the challenge that Mateta lays on Silva before the penalty. I mean, now to be fair or to be, I don't want to slate this guy.
We were lucky. We were lucky with that one. I won't lie.
But are we though? Because he's not calling that. He's not calling that all game. And so is it a foul? Yes, you can call that as a foul. Of course you can call that as a foul. Silva goes down really easily, but Mateta does lay an arm on him and he pushes him off the ball. That's a 50-50, and you could pull that back if you really wanted to. I would have had an issue with it if they'd been calling that, if Tierney'd been calling that all game, and then he decides to pull it back. All right, fine. If you're going to be consistent, fine. But you're not consistent, so that's a challenge, and we're getting up in City's face, and it's a well-earned penalty as far as I'm concerned. But this poor soul is so beat up about life that they are not going to win a fifth in a row. That there's a conspiracy, apparently, Rich, against Man City because nobody wants City to win another one in a row. It's crazy. It's just insane.
I mean, the decisions that are going in Liverpool's favour, I think it might be true. Like, there was another sending off today. I know it's like really late in the game, but it was like, how is that a sending off?
It's not. That's insane. And apparently it was for double dissent.
No. It's very simple. 2 words. Michael Oliver. That's why it's a red card. Michael Oliver. I don't even need to go into detail. If you know who Michael Oliver is, then trust me, that's why it was a red card, because Mark Clattenburg lives on, believe me. And I never thought I'd say that, but he hasn't gone away, folks.
Oof. Yeah, well, but I mean, I was very pleased with the last 20 minutes. So let me ask a question of everyone here. I thought I heard in Roy's post-match that the setup and the last 20 minutes, the switch to pressing and pressing up and pressing hard in the last 20 was just a deliberate tactical switch. We're just going to sit back. I mean, I knew the tactic was to sit back and absorb as much pressure as possible. But do you think that that's right? Or is it just opportunistic? Like, we get a goal and like, okay, we got a goal. Now we can go for it. It felt more opportunistic to me.
Not tactical at all. We were 2-0 down. It was just literally, we've got nothing to lose here.
Yeah.
Go for it. Why not? Go for it.
I think you could tell what happened pretty easily. I think they were 2-0 up. They were cruising.
Yep.
You could even see that.
This comment is so true.
Yeah, City were 2-0 up. They were cruising, and they were so uninterested in the game that they couldn't even pass to each other properly. Like they couldn't pass. Like their touch was crap. Like they weren't doing anything. But then a simple over the top through ball, and bear in mind, I have to give Schlupp some credit because that curved run to stay on side and get up to speed.
Totally
excellent.
I think that they were so caught off guard by that goal that they thought, oh, we've got to buck up our ideas a bit now. And instantly you could see that switch in City's play where they started to flood forward to try and get another goal, but we just hit them on the break. And whenever they tried to skip past one of our players and someone tried to, I don't know, take control of the game, like Grealish tried to dribble at someone, Foden tried to dribble at someone, we kept cutting it out and going route one straight to their net. And, you know, we benefited from it because we were so direct and clinical, and we definitely caught them off guard. That's why. And we saw an opportunity and we grabbed it. Roy didn't do nothing to make it.
Yeah, and I laughed about this yesterday. We actually could have won the game.
Right.
We should have won the game. We should have won it.
That's how crazy it is. We could have won the game.
Right. Rich, everyone, just to interrupt, I'm going to shoot. All right, listen. Big up everyone that's watched. Big up Tim, Tristan.
Great job, Nate.
Big up the boys.
Big up, Nate.
Love, man. Love.
Oh, I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to Thursday, if that makes sense. It's a very, very paradoxing feeling, but we move. Bring on Thursday. See you later.
All right.
Later, man.
I agree, though. Rich, I don't. I'm looking forward to the day when I feel like França does start because, man, did he rinse Kyle Walker multiple times. It's fantastic. It was so great to watch. And it was nice to see. Well. It was really nice to see that ping pass out to Elise. I know didn't comment anything from it, but I have a hard time remembering a pass like that coming from the left side that wasn't from Ebbs or from Wilf. And that was, brilliant to see. One game is one game. We don't really know anything yet, but kids got promise, man.
I know this is harsh on IU, but I cannot wait to see Elise. So, Lerma and now Oza because Takuri won't be back for the rest of the season. Then Elise, Eze, França, and Edouard. I cannot wait to see that. Just
AFCON's coming. AFCON's coming, Rich. You're gonna see it.
I don't know under Roy. It will still be Gyro, Schlupp, and Hughes. But I just want one game where they can just express themselves. Boy. Well, listen. We're going to go into a very nerve-wracking week. I know Thursday is going to be crazy. I know that atmosphere is going to be mad, but it's also going to be nerve-wracking because it's the one game in the calendar that you're like, we don't want to lose to these guys.
I'll say this. If we don't beat Brighton at home this year, we're never going to beat them at this rate because we haven't beaten them in 5 years, over 5 years. So now is our one opportunity and we can't afford to mess it up. Serious talk, honestly.
Is that right? Has it been 5
5
seasons?
It always ends in a draw.
Yeah.
I want to win. We got to win. It's a must win. It's about time we win a home match as well, honestly.
Those are facts. That's for sure.
Yeah.
If we can somehow get 4 points from the next two, we have come out of a very difficult situation and turned it around, like somehow.
Yeah. It's incredible. Can you imagine if we get? So let's say that happens. Let's say we get the win versus Brighton at home, and we get 1 point. and let's say it's against. I mean,
That'll be Chelsea away.
Chelsea.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's
when's the
Chelsea,
last
yeah.
time? Is it? Tell me if I have this wrong. Is it Roy's first season? Is that the last time we got points at
That's the
Stamford
last time,
Bridge?
yeah.
I think so.
No,
Well, it's when we
I
beat him
heard-
2-1.
I hope Chelsea, yeah. That's the last time we took points, and that's the last time we beat them. We haven't beaten them in over 6 years. It's mental, honestly.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It might be
insane.
our year.
I'm just
Oh,
saying
God.
that fully fit squad is cold.
No, it is. Oh my life!
And then,
There's a room,
and
yeah.
this is the thing. If we had prepared for this properly, we
100%.
wouldn't need to go into the transfer window saying, "Oh, we need a striker, or we need a left winger." We could have actually
Exactly.
addressed the fullback areas,
Yeah,
get
definitely.
cover for
100%.
Mitchell, and buy a starting right back.
This team
Mm.
just needs fullbacks and maybe another striker and another left winger.
Potentially, yeah.
But that's it.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows if Edouard and Lerma could potentially be fit for Thursday? But I mean, yeah. I mean, who knows?
I won't lie, yeah. If Lerma's fit enough, he's got to start. He's got to start.
Yeah,
I
but
don't like.
yeah.
I know. I hate rushing players back.
Yeah, that's my one thing. That's my one thing.
gotta win that
Not to
game.
bring that back too soon. No, we got it. We do, big time. I'm
Yeah.
nervous. I'm so nervous for that, but really looking forward to it. Buzzing. Can't wait to give it a go. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean that's a killer squad. Plus we got. I mean, we're not. I know we're Crystal Palace Football Club, so we're not going to spend big time in January. It's just not going to happen. But you got 2 loan slots. One of them I'd use. I'd be undiscerning. I don't care. You go get a loan where there's nothing attached to it. Just fill a need, right? And maybe that's it right back. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I want one of them. I'll be okay if one of them is a loan with an option to buy. I don't expect us to spend a lot of money, but I'm kind of, PSG's opened the door. Ekitike, they would entertain a loan. You throw a loan with an option to buy. You get them in the summer. I mean, that ain't bad. I'd be all right with that.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't think anyone will complain about that.
I mean, that'd be solid.
No, it would be. It would be. Right, guys, let's wrap up there. Before obviously let Tristan and Tim promote his LinkedIn. Just want to say we got this week. We're gonna just have a discussion about, because obviously we're gonna look to try and get a preview in, but then there's Tactical as well. Because obviously the game falls on a Thursday, so we're gonna have to figure out what we'll do this week. But there will be content out this week for you guys in preparation for the Brighton game. Fan cans obviously outside the stadium, come speak to us, please. We don't bite 100%. Come share your thoughts after the game, and yeah, hopefully we can go away with a nice little decent Christmas present. 3 points at home against Brighton. But yeah, Tristan,
Hopefully.
let everyone know where they can find you.
Yes, yeah. So but people make sure to like, share, subscribe to my channel, Tristan CPOC Vlogs. I've done my match reaction to the Manchester City 2 draw. I'll be at the Brighton match as well. Doing the match day vlog as always. Can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of drama and entertaining features within that. And you might even see me on TV and that too, but on Sky and that. So yeah, stay tuned and cannot wait. And based on yesterday's result, great performance, great point. It may feel like a win, I don't know, but it feels good to get a point at City yet again, and up the Palace as always.
No, 100%. Tim, I need to talk to you about financial stuff, so don't worry, I'm gonna.
All right, we'll do it. Hey, so I'm just gonna plug. So my I work as an analyst for the Motley Fool. It's one of the big financial sites in the UK and around the globe. So listen to Motley Fool Money. Motley Fool Money is a podcast. I'm on there occasionally talking some stocks, and I'm still trying to get an interview to talk some football with the guys who do the Price of Football podcast. So more stuff to come, but we'll talk some finance, Rich. Let's do it.
Let me join.
Honestly, it has to be done. Guys, big up to you all. Big up Dan, JC as always as well. It's the road to Brighton now.
100%.
Bring it on.
All right.
This is it. Like, share, subscribe as always, and thanks for the support. Until Thursday, especially. Up the pants.
Up the pallet.
Yo.
Yo.